Welcome to Costa Rica, a small nation with a rich history. Long before the arrival of Europeans, indigenous groups thrived in these lands. They lived in harmony with nature. Their lives revolved around subsistence agriculture. They grew crops like maize, beans, and squash. These crops provided sustenance for their communities. Trade existed, but it was limited. There was no formal economic system as we know it today. These societies were sophisticated in their own right. They had complex social structures and beliefs. They developed unique agricultural practices adapted to the environment. They left behind a legacy of craftsmanship in pottery and gold work. However, their world would change dramatically with the arrival of Christopher Columbus in 1502. This marked the beginning of a new era for Costa Rica. The arrival of the Spanish brought significant changes to Costa Rica. Unlike other Spanish colonies, Costa Rica lacked vast mineral wealth. The Spanish conquistadors found no gold or silver to exploit. This absence of precious metals shaped Costa Rica's colonial experience. The Spanish crown focused its attention on more lucrative colonies. Costa Rica remained a remote and sparsely populated colony. The indigenous population, decimated by disease and displacement, could not provide the large-scale labor force needed for plantations. The Spanish colonists established small-scale farming and cattle ranching operations. These activities sustained a largely rural population. Costa Rica's economy during this period remained largely underdeveloped. The 19th century witnessed a turning point in Costa Rica's economic history. The country gained independence from Spain in 1821. This newfound freedom opened up new possibilities. Among these was the rise of coffee as a cash crop. Coffee cultivation thrived in Costa Rica's fertile volcanic soils and temperate climate. Coffee exports to Europe, particularly England, fueled economic growth. This newfound wealth had a profound impact on Costa Rican society. It led to the development of infrastructure such as roads and ports. It financed the growth of education and healthcare systems. Coffee, in essence, laid the foundation for Costa Rica's development into a modern nation. As coffee production flourished, another crop emerged as a major player in Costa Rica's economic landscape, the banana. In the late 19th century, American companies like the United Fruit Company established large-scale banana plantations along the Caribbean coast. Bananas quickly became a major export commodity, further boosting Costa Rica's economy. However, this dependence on a single crop also brought challenges. The global market for bananas was volatile. Prices fluctuated, leaving Costa Rica vulnerable to economic downturns. Moreover, the power wielded by foreign companies in the banana industry raised concerns about national sovereignty and economic inequality. Costa Rica's experience with bananas highlighted the complexities of participating in a globalized economy. Section 5. Industrialization and its discontents. The challenges of development. Following World War II, Costa Rica, like many developing nations, embarked on a path of industrialization. The goal was to diversify the economy and reduce its reliance on agricultural exports. The government implemented policies to promote import substitution industrialization, or ISI. This involved protecting domestic industries from foreign competition through tariffs and other trade barriers. ISI did lead to the growth of some industries, such as textiles and food processing. However, it also had its drawbacks. Protectionist policies often led to inefficiencies and a lack of competitiveness in the global market. The oil crises of the 1970s, coupled with rising interest rates, plunged Costa Rica into an economic crisis. The country faced a mounting debt burden and soaring inflation. This experience underscored the limitations of ISI and the need for a more sustainable economic model. Section 6. Embracing the market liberalization and its aftermath. The 1980s were a period of economic hardship for Costa Rica. The country was grappling with high inflation, unemployment, and a growing debt burden. In response to these challenges, Costa Rica embarked on a path of economic liberalization in the 1990s. This involved opening up its economy to foreign investment, reducing trade barriers, and privatizing state-owned enterprises. Economic liberalization was not without its critics. Some argued that it led to increased inequality and a loss of national sovereignty. However, there is no denying that it had a significant impact on Costa Rica's economic trajectory. The country experienced a period of sustained economic growth, with GDP per capita increasing significantly. Section 7. Tourism and technology, new pillars of prosperity. As Costa Rica entered the 21st century, two sectors emerged as key drivers of economic growth: tourism and technology. Costa Rica's stunning natural beauty, with its lush rainforests, pristine beaches, and abundant wildlife, made it an increasingly popular tourist destination. The government invested in infrastructure to support the tourism industry, building new roads, airports, and hotels. At the same time, Costa Rica made significant strides in developing its technology sector. The country invested in education and training, creating a skilled workforce. It also attracted foreign investment from multinational technology companies like Intel and HP. The rise of tourism and technology helped to diversify Costa Rica's economy, making it less reliant on traditional agricultural exports. Section 8. Diversification and innovation, securing a sustainable future. In recent years, Costa Rica has continued to diversify its economy, moving into new sectors like medical devices, electronics, and IT services. The country has also become a leader in renewable energy, generating nearly 100% of its electricity from hydroelectric, geothermal, and wind power. This focus on diversification and innovation has helped Costa Rica to weather global economic storms, such as the 2008 financial crisis. The country has maintained relatively stable economic growth and low levels of inequality compared to other Latin American nations. Section 9. Navigating global shocks, resilience in the face of COVID-19. The COVID-19 pandemic dealt a severe blow to Costa Rica's economy in 2020. Tourism, a key sector, came to a standstill as borders closed and travel restrictions were imposed. The government implemented a range of measures to mitigate the economic impact of the pandemic, including providing financial assistance to businesses and individuals. Costa Rica's economy has shown remarkable resilience in the face of these challenges. The country's strong social safety net helped to cushion the blow for many citizens. As the pandemic has receded, tourism has rebounded and other sectors of the economy have recovered. Section 10. Costa Rica. Today, looking ahead with optimism. Today, Costa Rica stands as a beacon of economic and social progress in Latin America. The country boasts a high standard of living, a well-educated population, and a stable democracy. Costa Rica faces challenges, of course. Inequality remains an issue, and the country is vulnerable to the impacts of climate change. However, Costa Rica has a track record of resilience, innovation, and a commitment to sustainable development. With its focus on education, technology, and environmental conservation, Costa Rica is well positioned to navigate the challenges of the 21st century and continue on its path of economic and social progress.